All your financial pain comes from the dark desire within you to drastically improve your life, especially your lifestyle. So, if you didn't see the need to improve your life, you'll find that you're doing fine. You're doing just great. In fact, you'll find out that you have no worries. The reason you have the worries you have is because of the need to upgrade your lifestyle. You're eating. You have enough money to come online. You have enough money for data. You have enough money to own a phone. You have a roof over your head. You're doing fine. But the pain you still feel financially comes from that dark desire to upgrade your lifestyle. It's not a good thing, but that's the reason you're feeling pain. You look at other people's lifestyle because you don't have any other definition of lifestyle apart from possessions and probably like having something to show off, something that looks better. I assure you, there are many other ways to demonstrate success. There are many other ways to live a fulfilling and sweet and enjoyable life. But because it is so obvious, the lifestyle pathway to demonstrate success, to experience success, is so obvious. You need to have stuff, things around you that show that you're doing well. That's the obvious trap. The place you live, the kind of place you live, the kind of material possessions you have, the kind of money you have in your account, those are the obvious proofs that you are doing well. And so as a person, you generally would want such things. And there's nothing wrong with that, except it doesn't really help you get there if you have that desire. That desire does not help you get there. It doesn't. Desiring, a beautiful house on a beautiful island, desiring it doesn't help you get it. It doesn't. Money is one of the things people generally want. It's a general thing. Success, material success now, is something everybody wants. I mean, most of the psychological needs of men, according to Maslow, boils down to the need to feel important, the need to feel valued, the need to have freedom of options, the need to have influence or power to make changes. Some of these things are just psychologically built in you to desire. However, to absolve yourself completely from financial pain, you would have to, of necessity, sign a contract with yourself. Now, pay attention to this. You will need to sign a contract with yourself that looks like, assume I come to you, just assume for a moment that I come to you and I give you a check. And that check goes like this. This check is an agreement between you and I that in the next 5 years, you won't spend a single naira more than you are currently spending. You will not increase your monthly expense. Your current monthly expense, you won't increase it no matter how much you see. You won't increase how much you spend. No matter how much enters your account, you won't increase how much. That is the contract. And at the end of that contract, if you follow through and you did it, upgrade your lifestyle, by the end of the next 5 years, you would have 150 million naira. If I gave you that deal, will you accept it? Of course you would. But guess what? If you had done it, you would likely get something close to that amount. Because within the next 5 years, if you don't upgrade your lifestyle, you will have so much money and you would have invested it in assets that compound, that your asset would be worth that anyways. But the problem is, you are upgrading your lifestyle with the money you're supposed to use to be actually wealthy. So you want to look wealthy, instead of be wealthy. And there's a big distinction. This, I assure you, is one of the major reasons people will not get to their financial destination. They just can't get there. And the reason is simple. They are unable to accept staying in one lifestyle condition, in one level, in terms of their cost of living. That if society is getting more and more inflated, you get even deflated because you want to maintain a particular cost of living. And the funny thing is, you would earn way more than that. Every year you've spent more. Check your account statements for the last 5-7 years. You will notice that consistently every year you have been spending more. And if that is true, then the problem is not your earning, the problem is your spending. You've earned. I mean, you're growing every year, making more money. But you're also losing more money. So you will never get to a point. Check your life. Can't you see that you're getting to the age you thought you would retire at? Some of you thought you would retire in your 20s. Some of you thought you would retire in your 30s. Some of you thought you would retire in your 40s. Can't you see that your 40th year is just 15 years away? And you're not even close to retiring. You cannot retire so long as your income is being spent in so much magnitude. You have to be able to reserve a lot of your income so that it can work for you while you suffer. You have to accept the suffering of not improving your lifestyle. And the best way to do this psychologically is kill the need to just assume that people are living a life in a way that you would not prefer. You don't prefer to show your possessions. Just have this healthy esteem about yourself to never show your possessions. Never look better, look nicer. The need to look better in front of people is the reason why you're not growing financially. And you know it. You know it. The money you want to make it because of others, not yourself. Really, check deep down. Be honest with yourself and you'll realize this. That's like the basic test of finance. A lot of the money you are making now would need to be invested either in your current business or in future businesses or in other people's businesses. But you won't invest it because you have present needs, urgent needs, rainy days. Those things, if you didn't have that money, they will still happen. Guess what? When you start, thinking for someone that made some money. When you start making 1 million naira per month, your needs will rise to reach that 1 million naira. Guess what? You will still have those needs, quote and unquote, because the needs of man are very few. You just need a place to rest your head. If you work online, you just need phone and data connection. And finally, you just need food. The rest are all arbitrary. The need to wear clothing is because you're going out. Why do you want to go out? Why can't you stay in your house? Who should see your nice clothing? That need to show off to another person is the reason you can't even get to anywhere financially. You're failing the test and you don't even know. Every time you feel the need to buy something you see online, you see a new headphone online you want to buy, you see this online you want to buy, why? Ask yourself, why are you buying it? Do you really need? Your needs are very few. In your 20s, you shouldn't spend on your wants. You would want many things, but the needs you have are very few. Good food, good shelter, data connection, and a phone to work online, and maybe one other thing. Like, they're very few. You don't really need to get new clothes. You don't. You don't really need to upgrade the things around you, have a better house and all of those things. You don't actually need it to survive. The reason there is an arbitrary reason, and you need to confront that if you will grow financially. That is why you should share this episode with your friends if you enjoyed it. Make it a culture to share things like this with your friends, your family, so you can have more financially intelligent people around you, and so that you can avoid black tax. Plus, if you want more episodes like this, you can always find it on my Instagram page, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and all podcast platforms. Just search for Witty Prince Mental Models. Visit wittyprince.substack.com. That is wittyprince.substack.com to get the mental models as an article. Our time is up. See you tomorrow by 8 a.m. for the next episode.